You remember them, right? Taylor Swift and her army of supermodels taking over every red carpet, every Instagram feed, every award show stage. For a hot minute in 2015, the Girl Squad was everywhere. Matching outfits, 4th of July parties, that music video where they all played badass secret agents. It was the ultimate friendship goals, until it wasn't. Because here's the thing nobody talks about. One day they were inseparable, and the next, radio silence. No more group photos, no more squad appearances, just gone. So, what actually went down? Was it all fake from the start, or did something tear them apart? And why does Taylor keep her friendships so private now? The truth is way more complicated than you think. Let's get into it. Picture this it's 2014, and Taylor Swift has a problem. Not a money problem, not a talent problem, an image problem. Everyone's calling her a serial dater, making jokes about how she goes through boyfriends like they're going out of style. The media's obsessed with her love life, and honestly, she's sick of it. Enter the girl squad. Suddenly, Taylor's hanging out with Selena Gomez, Karlie Kloss, Gigi Hadid, Cara Delevingne, basically every it girl you can think of. They're doing beach trips, showing up to award shows together, flooding social media with friendship content. And the message is clear. Taylor doesn't need a man. She's got her girls. But here's where it gets interesting. This wasn't just about making friends. This was strategic. Taylor was rebranding herself from boy-obsessed heartbreaker to feminist icon who supports women. And for a while, it worked perfectly. She even said it herself in interviews. She was tired of the dating narrative, so she decided to make her next album about moving to New York and having fun with friends. The Girl Squad wasn't just friendship. It was a business move disguised as sisterhood. So how did you get into Taylor Swift's Girl Squad? The requirements were pretty simple. Be female, be famous, and don't be named Katy Perry. The squad had different levels, though. There were Taylor's real friends, people like Abigail Anderson, who she'd known since high school. Then there were celebrity friends she'd built relationships with over time, like Selena Gomez. And finally, the recruits, models, actresses, musicians. Taylor was collecting famous women like Pokemon cards. She'd meet them at award shows, slide into their DMs, invite them to concerts, and suddenly, boom, you're in the squad. Karlie Kloss went from, I want to bake cookies with her, to having her own room in Taylor's apartment. Gigi Hadid became a regular fixture. Even Lorde, who had publicly criticized Taylor before, got the friendship treatment. Flowers, dinners, the whole thing. But here's what people started noticing. This friend group looked very specific. Tall, thin, mostly white, ridiculously gorgeous. It wasn't exactly relatable, and that was about to become a massive problem. May 2015. Taylor drops the Bad Blood music video, and it's huge. 20 million views in 24 hours. Cameos from basically every squad member, plus random celebrities. It wins Video of the Year at the VMAs. On the surface, it's this empowering action movie where women are total badasses fighting together. But underneath, everyone knew what it really was. Taylor and her friends ganging up on Katy Perry. Because yeah, Bad Blood was written about Katy allegedly stealing Taylor's backup dancers. And now Taylor's got her entire friend group starring in a music video that's basically a diss track. Selena Gomez is playing the villain who betrays Taylor. The whole squad shows up to support her at the VMAs. People started asking, is this really feminism? Or is this just a bunch of women bullying another woman? Even Demi Lovato called it out, saying it's not women's empowerment to have a song and video tearing Katy Perry down. And she had a point. Taylor was preaching about supporting other women while simultaneously making her friends participate in taking one down. The cracks were starting to show, and what people thought was genuine friendship was beginning to look a lot more like a carefully managed PR campaign. Here's where things get messy. Taylor Swift became a self-proclaimed feminist around 2014, largely thanks to her friendship with Lena Dunham. Before that, she'd actively avoided the label, saying she didn't think about things as guys versus girls. But once feminism became trendy, Taylor was all in Girl Squad this, women supporting women that, sisterhood goals everywhere. Except her version of feminism had some serious blind spots. When Nicki Minaj tweeted about how the VMAs only nominate videos with slim bodies, Taylor completely missed the point and made it about herself, thinking Nicki was attacking her. When she wrote "The Man," she talked about how much easier things would be if she were a guy, which, fair, but completely ignored her massive privileges as a wealthy, white, conventionally attractive woman. The Girl Squad itself reflected this shallow feminism. It was almost entirely white, almost entirely thin, almost entirely one very specific beauty standard. Lena Dunham was practically the diversity hire, and even she admitted feeling chubby hanging out with the group. Critics like Demi Lovato pointed out that nobody in the squad had a normal body. Rowan Blanchard said the squad was supposed to be inclusive, but was actually strictly exclusive. And they were right. Taylor's feminism seemed to only extend to issues that personally affected her or made for good PR. It wasn't intersectional. It wasn't really inclusive. It was feminism for pretty rich, famous girls. The more visible the squad became, the more people started feeling left out. And that was kind of the point, wasn't it? Taylor herself admitted that she'd been unpopular in school, sitting alone at lunch tables, getting laughed at when she tried to make friends. So as an adult, she surrounded herself with the exact type of girls who would have been the popular crowd. The models, the gorgeous celebrities, the it girls. She thought she was flipping the script, showing that this time it's about sisterhood, not cliques. But from the outside, it just looked like another exclusive cool kids table that most people could never sit at. Fans who'd once seen Taylor as relatable, the girl next door who wore t-shirts instead of short skirts, suddenly felt abandoned, like their best friend had ditched them to hang with the popular girls. Chloe Grace Moretz even said she was invited to join, but declined because it promoted exclusivity. She'd been the weird kid who chose movies over fitting in, so she made it a point to be inclusive instead. And then there's the Camila Cabello situation. Taylor befriended Camila while she was still in Fifth Harmony, but didn't extend that friendship to the other four girls. In interviews, you can literally see the rest of Fifth Harmony getting annoyed every time Camila brings up Taylor. The squad was supposed to be about female friendship, but it was sending the message that only certain girls, the tall, thin, famous, beautiful ones, were worthy of that friendship. July 2016. Everything changes. Kanye West releases Famous with that infamous line about Taylor. She publicly denounces it, playing the victim once again. She even gives a whole speech at the Grammys about people trying to take credit for your success. Then Kim Kardashian drops the receipts. Phone call footage showing Taylor approving the lyrics. Or at least that's what the edited clips made it look like. The full context wouldn't come out for years, but the damage was done. Hashtag Taylor Swift is over party trends worldwide. Her Instagram gets flooded with snake emojis. The internet decides she's a liar, a manipulator, a fake. And just like that, the girl squad disappears. Taylor vanishes from public life for a year. No posts, no appearances, nothing. And without Taylor as the center, the squad has no reason to exist. But more than that, members started picking sides. Kendall Jenner was Kim's sister. Obviously, she's choosing family. Zendaya liked tweets saying she was never really Taylor's friend anyway. Karlie Kloss was managed by Scooter Braun, who managed Kanye, which created obvious tension. Even the loyal ones got burned. Selena Gomez defended Taylor on Twitter and immediately got dragged for not speaking up about Black Lives Matter or police brutality. She had to delete her tweets and take a social media break. Everyone who'd been part of the squad suddenly wanted distance from it. The brand was toxic, and being associated with Taylor during her cancellation wasn't exactly career-friendly. After the Kanye-Kim disaster, something interesting happened. Squad members started rewriting history. Zendaya, who'd appeared in the Bad Blood video, liked tweets claiming she was never in the squad. Haley Steinfeld, who'd previously talked about their group WhatsApp chat, suddenly said, "People think they spend way more time together than they actually do." Even Selena Gomez, Taylor's actual best friend, said her only real friend in the industry was Taylor, implying she never really fit in with the squad. And then there's Lord's infamous quote comparing being friends with Taylor to having an autoimmune disease. Yeah, that happened. Nobody wanted to directly trash the squad, but everyone was subtly distancing themselves. And honestly, it makes sense. For someone like Cara Delevingne, being introduced as Taylor Swift's squad member before mentioning her modeling career, acting roles, or activism probably got old fast. These women had their own accomplishments, but the squad label overshadowed everything. The squad had gone from the coolest thing ever to something people were embarrassed to be associated with. And Taylor herself seemed to get the message. Fast forward to 2025. Taylor Swift is bigger than ever, sold out stadiums, record-breaking albums, dating a football player, basically ruling the world. But the girl squad, as we knew it, dead and buried. Taylor still has close friends. She hangs with Selena. Gigi Hadid's still around. The Haim sisters are in her circle. She's made new friends like Blake Lively, Sabrina Carpenter, and Gracie Abrams. The difference? It's all private now. No more paparazzi photo ops, no more social media spectacles, no more music videos featuring everyone she knows. When Taylor's friends show up, like at the Super Bowl after her breakup with Joe Alwyn, it's rare, it's not branded, it's not hashtagged, it's just friendship. She learned her lesson. Making your personal relationships into public commodities backfires eventually. The more you share, the more people criticize. The more exclusive it looks, the more people feel left out. So now she keeps it quiet. Her friendships are real, but they're hers, not ours. Here's what really gets me about the whole girl squad situation. Were the criticisms valid? Or was this just another case of society punishing women for existing? Because think about it. The Avengers cast hangs out all the time, famous, wealthy, mostly white guys, and nobody calls them elitist or damaging. The Rat Pack in the 1960s was literally celebrated for being an exclusive group of famous men. But a group of famous women? That's threatening. That's exclusionary. That's fake. Some of the criticism was fair. The lack of diversity, the shallow feminism, the public bullying of Katy Perry. But some of it feels like we just can't handle women having power and friendship at the same time. Taylor made mistakes with the girl squad. She commodified her friendships, created unrealistic beauty standards, and used feminism as a branding tool without really understanding it. But she also just had friends, and we turned that into a problem. Maybe the real lesson isn't that the girl squad was doomed to fail. Maybe it's that we need to examine why we're so uncomfortable with women being successful and close to each other. So here's what I want to know. Do you think the girl squad deserved all the hate it got? Or was it just society's way of tearing down successful women who dared to be friends in public? And honestly, if Taylor brought back the squad today, would you be here for it? Or is that chapter better left closed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear both sides on this one. If you made it this far, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into pop culture moments that shaped a generation. Trust me, there's way more where this came from. See you in the next one.